So let's start. Get ready to chant mantra Om 7 times. Make your sankalpa. I'm chanting Om, creating a protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies, and viruses. I'm creating my protection in 3 layers. Outermost layer of 6 friendly creatures, an elephant behind me, a peacock in front, a tiger on the right side, a lion on the left side, an eagle above my head, a black tortoise below me. Inside of that, I have a big ring with balls of fire. I'm lighting all the balls, allowing a firewall to go up all around me. Third layer of protection comes from the subtle energy of mantra Om. Take your awareness to Muladhara Chakra, 4 petal lotus, red color. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Swadhisthana Chakra at the spinal terminus, 6 petal lotus, orange color. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Manipura Chakra behind your navel, 10 petal lotus, yellow color. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Anahata Chakra behind the heart center, 12 petal lotus, green color. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Vishuddhi Chakra behind the throat pit, 16 petal lotus, blue color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Agnya Chakra behind your eyebrow center, 2 petal lotus, indigo color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Agnya Chakra behind the eyebrow center, 2 petal lotus, indigo color. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Sahasrara Chakra, center of the top of your head, 1000 petal lotus, white color. Take a deep breath. Shanti mantras. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunatu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinamadidastu Ma Viddhishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Keep your hands in Linga Mudra. Make your sankalpa for chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra. And chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra for physical health and mental well-being. Chanting the mantra every day helps me maintain the best of health, mentally and physically. All my brain cells and my body cells are operating optimally and in harmony with each other. I can feel your grace, my Lord, penetrating deep into my body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, keeping me in pristine health at all times. I bow down before you, thanking you from the bottom of my heart for keeping me in pristine health. And I promise to put in efforts from my side for keeping this body in a healthy condition, befitting for you to reside inside my body in your effulgent form. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triyambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Hands, keep them on your knees. Keep your body steady and still. In the steadiness of that body, experience the steadiness of your mind. Ask yourself the question, where is my next thought coming from? And observe the blankness that comes in between. Repeat 3-4 times on your own. Feel yourself completely grounded to Mother Earth. Be confident that she will always provide you for all your necessities in life. Feel a unique surge of energy coming from Mother Earth, penetrating your body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, giving you a unique sense of confidence that you can face up to all external circumstances, be they pleasant or unpleasant. Then very gently and slowly release your position, lie down on your back. We're going to practice trauma reflex protocol. So Lie on your back in Shavasana, hands by the side of your body, palms facing the sky. Allow your legs to lie down. Allow your legs to fall down in whichever way they want to be. Then very slowly bring your attention to your heels and your feet. Find out how the feet are. Are they flat, flopped on the ground, or are they raised from the ground? If so, in what angle are they positioned? Are they similar on the right side and the left side? Then pay attention to how the heels are pressing against the ground, and are they similar on the right side and the left side? Then pay attention to calf muscles, how much of them are touching the ground, which are the portions where they are raised from the ground. Then back of the knees, are both the back of the knees flushed against the ground, or are they raised from the ground? If so, by how much? And are they symmetrical on right side and left side? Or is one side raised more than the other? Then both your thighs, how are they resting on the ground? Are they similar on the right and the left? Then pay attention to both your buttocks. How are they pressing against the ground? And are they symmetrical on the right side and the left side? Then attention to your spinal cord. Start from your coccyx bone and tailbone and go right up to the starting of cervical vertebrae and see how much of them are touching the ground, how many are raised from the ground. Now bring attention to lower back. Are both sides of the lower back touching the ground? If not, how much are they raised? Are they If not, what is the difference? Repeat the same process on your mid back. Repeat the same process on your upper back. Then pay attention to your shoulders. Are they flushed against the ground or are they raised from the ground? Lastly, back of the neck. What is the gap between the neck and the ground? And how is the back of the head pressing against the ground? Mentally relax the whole body. Feel your whole body sinking into the ground. And then very slowly fold both the legs. Your feet are flat on the ground, knees are raised toward the ceiling. You will fold both the legs, feet flat on the ground. Now in this position, very slowly roll your lower back along the spinal cord down, create an arch at the lower pelvic region. Tailbone presses on the ground while breathing in. And while breathing out, roll the lower back down to the floor. Let the tailbone raise from the ground. Repeat 5 times on your own. Arch and flatten. Arch and flatten. And then stretch your legs again. Once you have completed 5 rounds, stretch your legs. I think those are frozen. I can't see any movement. Yeah, okay, fine. Now pay attention to the movement we are going to do. The first practice is for your latissimus dorsi on the back side. So you will lie on your side. You will lie on your side. In my case, I'm lying on the right side. Left shoulder is toward the ceiling. So everybody follow the same rule. Your knees are folded, drawn up, creating a right angle between your thigh and your torso. So there is a right angle between your knee and your torso. The lower legs form a right angle towards your thigh, making you look into the shape of a chair. Now, if you want to keep a pillow, you can keep a pillow under your head. You'll bring your right hand in front of you and form a cup like this. Form a cup like this, and then you will rest the left hand on it. Now, the right hand will create a slight resistance. Now, in this position, you will initiate the movement from your shoulder. You should not make the hand move. You should make the shoulder move. You will draw the shoulder back as much as you can. When you are drawing the shoulder behind, you should feel a movement along the center of your muscle called latissimus dorsi. So feel that movement along the back, and then very slowly you do this drawing in, breathing in, and very slowly take it forward, breathing out. Breathing in, you're drawing the hand closer towards the back, and breathing out, you're taking it forward. So, rest of the instructions I will give you, most of the movements are the same. So get ready, in position. Once everybody is in position, I will give you instructions. Very slowly initiating the movement from your shoulder, breathing in, draw your arm backwards. The shoulder should pull the arm backward. Feel the movement at the back of the muscle. Very slowly breathing out, release the whole position going all the way forward. Repeat one more time, very slowly breathing in, draw the whole arm backward. And very slowly breathing out, release the whole arm. Very slowly. Now, in the next round, we will do what is called stop and go. So, breathing in very slowly, draw the entire arm back, then only move it forward 1/3 the distance. Very small, 1/3 distance, hold. Then draw back a little bit, and then release another 1/3 distance. Hold. Draw back a little bit, release a little more, not the full, but little less than full. Hold. Draw back a little bit and then release the whole way. Now, once more you will breathe in and draw the entire arm all the way back and release it all the way to the front. Very slowly, correct. That's the 3 movements that we will do for the latissimus dorsi. And now you have to do what is called a quick release. So please see how the quick release is done, and then you will do it. So you will be drawing the arm behind, then I will ask you to hold 3 times. When I say release, I'll first show you slowly, then I will show the actual movement. When I say release, the top hand should go forward. The top hand, you are in this position, you will take the top hand forward, top leg straight down, closer to the feet. Okay? And it should be done fast. So you are in this position, I say hold, 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 release. Should go like that. Okay? Get ready. Breathing in, draw the whole hand behind, hold, 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 release. Top leg should go straight. Top leg should go straight. Yes, correct. That's right. So please do it once more, since everybody did not get it correct. Just draw once more. Make sure top leg goes straight. Release. Hold and release. Yes, correct. Very good. Top leg did not go again. Subhita. Top leg has to go straight. Yeah. Just practice once more. Correct. Perfect. Perfect. Now release. The second movement that we are going to do, it's a movement that we have learned before in our Myth of Aging lesson 2. So you will be in the same position. I'll show you all the movements and then you can do it. First, hand by the side of the body, you will lift the top leg up. From the 2 feet are together, then you will only lift the foot up towards the ceiling. The knees will continue to be together. Once again, you are lifting the top leg up, the 2 knees are together. This is the first move, you will do it 3 times. Then you will raise the left hand, bring it onto the opposite ear, and then you will bring the head up. And in the final movement, you will bring both of them together. The leg up and the head up. The leg up and the head up. Okay? So get ready. You're lying on your right side, left side is up. Fold your legs. You can keep the hands on the hip. Very slowly, breathing in, let the upper foot come up away from the other foot, only wherever it can go comfortably. And then breathing out very slowly, let it come back to rest on the other foot. Slower you practice, the better off you are. Pull your knees a little more up towards the stomach. Very slowly, let your foot come down. Very slowly. Slower you take it down, the better off you are. Very good. Excellent. Last round. One last round. Lovely. Now take the hand over your head, catch the ear from the other side, and breathing in, lift your head up. Feel the contraction on the side of the body. The side of the chest will contract, the opposite chest will expand like an accordion. Breathing out, very slowly go down. Once again, before you go up the next time, I will once again repeat where you must pay attention. When your head is coming up, the left hand side external oblique muscle will contract. Pay attention to that. The left side chest will contract. The right side chest will expand just like an accordion, where one side you compress, the other side you expand. So pay attention to this happening. And then very slowly breathing in, come up. Feel the accordion movement at the chest level. Contraction of the external oblique on the left side. And very slowly breathing out, take your head down. Last round on your own, in your own comfort time. Very slowly take it up. Very slowly take your head down. Very slow. Now relax a little bit, take a couple of breaths. Now you're going to put both the movements together. So breathing in, you lift your head up and the foot up. And breathing out, you will come down. When your foot is being lifted up, you'll feel some movement near the lower pelvic region. Pay attention to that as well. So very slowly get ready and do it 3 times. Starting 1, leg also comes up. Yes. And let them go down together. Very slowly. Very slowly. Wonderful. Second round. Very slowly. Lovely. Last round, very slowly. Now we'll do stop and go. So very slowly bring both the head and the leg up. Now come down a little bit and hold. Then lift a little bit up further. And then go down some more, hold. And then lift up a little bit and go down all the way. Now we have to do one more round of the original movement, lifting both the head and the leg up and go down. Wonderful. Now you do a quick release where when I say release, you have to let the hand go over the head and the top leg go straight. Okay? Now, get ready. Breathing in, bring both the head and the leg up. Hold, 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 release. Hand straight over the head, leg straight down. Very good. Perfect. Everybody got it perfect. Now, you'll come back to the same position. What we are going to do, we are going to replicate the walking motion in a lying down position. So I'll show you the movements which are easy. The first movement is sliding the top knee forward, backward. The way my hip will rotate when I am walking, I take the top knee forward, I take the top knee backward. I take the top knee forward, I take the top knee backward. This is the first move. Second move, I move my shoulder forward, I take my shoulder backward. I take my shoulder forward, I take my shoulder backward. Last is combining both of them. When I combine, I will do opposite. When I'm taking the knee forward, the shoulder will go behind. When the shoulder is coming forward, the knee will go behind. When the knee is going forward, shoulder behind. When the shoulder forward, the knee behind. Okay? So those are the three movements, and then some small instructions along the way which you can easily follow. So get ready. Replication of walking movement. There is no quick release in this. So get ready. First start moving the knees forward, backward, slowly. Move it forward, backward, slowly. Now stop it. Move only the top shoulder, forward, backward, only the top shoulder. Release. Now we'll combine the two. Remember, when the knee is moving forward, shoulder behind. When the shoulder is moving forward, knee behind. Start. Very slowly. Perfect. Very good. Now imagine you are doing walking in a wonderful garden with beautiful flowers. You are strolling casually in a slow pace, admiring the flowers, enjoying the scenery. And then you realize that it is time for you to go. You need to reach some place quickly, so you accelerate the pace. So make the movement faster. Let the knee slide forward, backward, not up and down. Forward, backward. Forward, backward, yeah. And then very slowly bring it to a stop and relax. You can lie down on your back and relax a little bit. Now we're going to replicate a motion, which is what the body tends to do whenever we have external trauma on our body. So we're going to release the muscles which could be contracted if at all we face any traumatic situation. So you can watch while you're resting. You'll be folding the legs the same way. You'll keep your hand near your chest. And then imagine there is a straight line from the chest to the bottom knee. So you will be taking the hand, taking it to the bottom knee, allowing this top shoulder to come forward. And then you will take it all the way back, close to your chest. Your fingers are in a fist. You're taking it down in a straight line, allowing the shoulder to come forward, and then you're drawing it back all the way. Now, in this position, after we finish the rounds, the quick release will be, you will be in this position, and when I say release, you'll go like this on your back. Okay? So get ready. Keep your hand near your chest. Breathing out in a straight line, reach out to the lower knee. Let the shoulder come forward, correct. And then very slowly breathing in, take it all the way back to your chest. Second round, all the way down. Slowly, 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 slowly. And come all the way back. Slowly come back. Now we'll do our stop and go practice. So you will take it down a little bit and then bring it back. Take the upper hand a little bit and then bring it back. Then move a little more down, then bring it back. Now go all the way down and then come back all the way. Now one more full round. So breathing out, take the hand all the way down. Then breathing in, come back all the way. Now you'll be doing the quick release. So breathing out, go all the way down. Hold the position there. Hold, 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 release. Very good. Now, we are going to work on the side that we extended. So just join both the feet and see whether the left foot seems a little longer than the right foot. Keep the feet together and straight. See if the left foot is appearing to be longer, yeah. So you have to do this same exercise tomorrow on the other side so that you will balance both the sides, okay? We are working on one side today. Now we are working on your left side. So left side, you can keep your hand near the lower pelvic region and then breathe into that region. So when you're breathing in, that portion of your lower pelvis should expand. When you breathe out, that portion should contract. Left side, lower pelvic region. Keep your hand there. And then once again, breathe in, expand the lower pelvic region there. And then contract. Last round, expand the lower pelvic region. Breathing out, contract. Now move the hand a little up towards the lower portion of your rib cage in such a way that two fingers are on the rib cage, two fingers are just below the rib cage. Now try and breathe into this area. Actually, you will breathe into the lungs, but imagine you're expanding this area when you're breathing in. So you can feel the expansion there on the hand. And breathing out, allow it to contract. Again, breathing in, expand this area. Again, breathing out, allow it to contract. Last round, breathing in, expand this area. Breathing out, allow it to contract. Now release this area, take the hand near the clavicle on the left side, just below the clavicle in the shoulder area. Try to breathe into that area, which means you're expanding that area. This will not be as prominent as the other ones, but try and do it. Release. Now take your hand to the side of your abdomen by the chest. The back of your hand is touching your body on the side of the abdomen. And then breathe in, trying to expand that area so that your hand will move away and then bring it back when it collapses. The hand should continuously be touching. You should feel the side of the body pushing the hand away and bringing it back when it collapses. 3 times. Very good. Now get ready for the last in the sequence. So fold your legs, keep the feet together, and place your pillow on the right side. Fold both the legs up. When you're ready, fold both the legs, feet flat on the ground.
Sorry, sir, I did not follow what.
You have to you fold your leg, feet flat on the ground, knees towards the ceiling. I'm not getting a response from anybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, so can you fold your legs? I can't see anybody folding. I don't know, something is wrong. Can you all sit up? Then I will know whether videos are working or no. All videos are frozen. Falguni, can you hear me?
Can hear you. Can
Yes,
hear
sir,
you.
we can hear you.
But then I can't see any movement that you're making. I'm not able to see anything moving.
So that means the net at your end is not working well.
Okay, then I will try to disconnect and connect back.
So we all can see you and hear you.
Now I can see you moving. Yeah. Yeah, now I can see everybody sitting up. Okay. Can you fold your legs? Yeah, now everybody is up. Can you lie down on the back, fold your legs? Yeah, correct. Now keep the foot together. Keep the pillow on the right side so that your knees can fall on the pillow when it goes down, or rest on the pillow when it goes down. Let me just disconnect and reconnect. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Now, very slowly, breathing out, let your right knee go towards the floor and it can rest on the pillow. Right side, the opposite to the side we work. Only the right knee. The left stays where it is. The left knee stays where it is. Correct. Yes, very slowly allow it to come back. Very slowly allow it to come back. One more time. Allow the knees, right knee to go down all the way, to rest on the pillow, and then bring it slowly back. Now shift the pillow to the left side. Allow your left knee to go down towards the floor and rest on the pillow. Only take it wherever it can go comfortably. Don't force the movement. Don't force the movement. As comfortable as you can, very slowly take it down, allow it to come back. Second round, very slowly take it down, let it rest on the pillow, and then let it come back. All right. Now we are going to start with the left leg, the side we worked. Stretch your right leg straight. Stretch your right leg straight. So right leg is straight, left leg is in the same position. Move the foot closer to the right knee. The left foot is closer to the right knee. And the pillow is on the left side. Now very slowly, let your knee come towards the floor to rest on the pillow. Breathing out, take your knee down towards the pillow. Right leg is straight, left knee will go towards the pillow and rest on the pillow, and it will come back only 90%. That means it will not be fully vertical, it will be partially angled when it comes back. When you're starting, it is fully vertical. When it comes back, it is partially tilted. I can't again see any movements. Once you've done 2 times, you will do stop and go. So very slowly, start taking the knee towards the left side a little bit, stop, then take it back a little bit, then allow it to go down a little more, then retract a little bit, then let it go some more, retract for the last time, and allow it to go all the way down to rest on the pillow. Then bring it back. Now take it all the way down once more, last time. When you've taken it down, the quick release is gently press the knees into the pillow and straighten your leg from the pillow after press to be on parallel with the other leg. Very good. Now stretch the leg straight from there and release. Now we'll do the opposite side. So move the leg a little away from the knees. Keep the pillow in between the legs. And let the knee come down towards the other leg. It will come and rest on the pillow which is in between the two legs. The foot is away from the other leg. Yeah. So that it can actually angle and come down towards the other leg. Very slowly. I mean, the one leg is straight, your right leg is straight. Only the left leg is bent. The left foot is a little away from the right knee. Take it towards the other leg, rest it on the pillow, and then take it back. Now we'll do a stop and go. So start taking the leg slowly towards the other leg, little bit, only 1/3 the distance, and stop. Then take it back a little bit, go down a little more towards the other leg, and stop. Retract a little bit, and then take it all the way to rest on the other pillow. Now, please listen to my instruction for the quick release. Take the knees all the way back, almost vertical, and then allow it to come back and rest on the pillow. And then you will lift the knees 1 inch away from the pillow. And when I say release, you will quickly knock it into the pillow and then straighten the leg. So take it 1 inch away from the pillow, hold, 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 release. And then straighten the leg. Now, put the pillow on the other side. Move the foot closer to the left knee. Left leg is straight. Right leg is folded. The right foot is closer to the left knee. And then first move. Take the knee all the way down to rest on the pillow. And allow come back to almost vertical position, but not fully vertical. Second round, you will do stop and go. So you will start taking the knees closer to the other foot, hold it, then retract a little bit, take it down further, retract a little bit, then take it all the way down. Now you will take it all the way once again towards towards the pillow. Allow the knee to rest on the pillow. And then raise the knees a little bit, 1 inch away from the pillow. Take it back to the pillow. Press it on the pillow. And then straighten the leg. And now move the pillow in between the legs. Take the foot away from the other leg. And repeat, allowing the knee to come down onto the pillow. Then take it all the way back very slowly. Then we'll do a stop and go. So start taking it toward the pillow a little bit, then retract, then take a little more, then retract. Finally, take it all the way to the pillow. Now take it all the way back and then bring it back to rest on the pillow once again. Now lift the knees 1 inch away from the pillow. And when I say release, quickly knock it into the pillow and straighten your legs. So lift it 1 inch up. Hold, 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 release. I can't see anybody's video, so I don't know what's happening. So please sit up in a meditative position. I can't make out what's happening, so I'll just close. Chant Om 3 times, make your sankalpa, you're chanting Om, creating protective energy field. Shanti mantras. Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma tam gamaya, sarvesham swastir bhavatu, sarvesham shantir bhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, sarvesham mangalam bhavatu, loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Triambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarkamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti 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 Harigi Om.